All right, so welcome everyone again to our HasOffers walkthrough webinar, and I have Min on the line with me here, and we wanted to hold this webinar really because we released the HasOffers platform maybe 3 weeks ago at this point. I know there's been a lot of questions. We've tried our best to give you guys as much information as possible on how to navigate the platform and where to find your reports, but there's still some confusion, and that's probably a little bit expected. With a new platform like this, everybody was pretty used to PAP and the way that functioned, but HasOffers is pretty different. A lot of the same data, some different data, but it provides everything we need and then some. So I just wanted to get on this call here, really go over the whole platform with you guys from top to bottom, and then go ahead and take any questions that you guys have at the end, just to try and keep everybody on the same page and sort through any of the confusion. So one of the most important things that we want to stress is that we're not referencing the HasOffers data for any payout purposes yet. Okay, we realize that there are still some kinks within the reporting and within the data, and we're working really hard every single day to try and get those kinks sorted out. Your commissions will be credited and paid using the PAP reporting, which is still functioning at 100%. If you have any questions about your commissions or anything like that, you can still consult the PAP reporting, and that's still 100% accurate at this point. So there's no reason to worry or stress out if there's a discrepancy in the reporting between PAP and HasOffers at this point. Okay, one way to look at it is that everything is still working as per normal, just like how it was before HasOffers came into the picture. The only difference here is that we're tracking commissions on two platforms simultaneously. So there's really no reason to worry about the difference in the reporting. So when we're done fixing all the kinks, the commissions, downline, opt-in, and sponsor data in HasOffers and PAP will match up 100%. Needless to say, we're not at that point yet, but we're getting there. So if you do notice discrepancies within the reporting, please open up a support ticket and try and provide as much information as possible so we can really get to the bottom of that and solve why it happened and prevent it from happening in the future. I know a lot of you guys have been pretty concerned about the data within HasOffers. Like I said, whether it's not matching PAP or whether it's inaccurate, but there's really no need to worry about that data for now. Like I said, the commissions and all the official MOB reporting is being done utilizing the PAP data. So now within HasOffers, first off, I want to show you guys, I'm sure most of you guys are familiar, but our affiliate YouTube channel, and I'll go ahead and paste the link in the chat box. Let me just grab it. Okay, I'm going to paste it in the chat box now. This is the link to our affiliate YouTube channel, and that has all of our videos for our contest announcements and recaps, and also has all of our HasOffers tutorial videos as well. Now, this particular playlist that I'm putting in the chat box now is the playlist for just our HasOffers tutorial videos. You can see here there's 10 of them in total, and there's an introduction video that I'm sure most of you have seen. That's on the login page. There's also how to track clicks to our affiliate links, opt-in offers versus standard offers, how to find your affiliate links, how to configure the email notifications, how to contact MOB support from within the HasOffers dashboard, how to use SubIDs to track our campaign results, and how to use the affiliate source field, how to view contact information of our opt-ins, and also gross clicks versus unique clicks. So all these videos here on this playlist will help you get sorted in HasOffers. But like I said, I did want to go over from top to bottom everything within HasOffers, and some of the topics on those tutorial videos we'll cover again here in the presentation today. So when you log into HasOffers, this is the dashboard that you'll see. And from the dashboard, up top here, you'll get a quick glance at your stats for the last 7 days. There's also some recent notifications here in the middle, and also featured offers. Now, one thing to keep in mind with this featured offers space here is that for the time being, it's just a placeholder. You'll see that there's no information here. It's just, our products are scrolling through, and it says CPA 0, category none. Again, for now, this is just a placeholder, and what we may do in the future is have all of our products here with the price and commission percentage. But as of right now, don't worry about the data saying 0. That doesn't mean you're not going to be paid if you sell that product or anything like that. It's, again, this is just a placeholder at this time. Okay, and then down bottom you have a graph here of your performance for the last 7 days. Now, if you come up top here to My Account, the box expands down and you have some more options down here. The first being Contact MOB Support. And now this link here, I'm going to go ahead and open it up in a new tab. That link will bring you directly over to the MOB support desk. Okay, so if you ever have any questions within HasOffers, you can contact support a couple of different ways, but that is probably the best way because it brings you, like I said, right over to our support desk. Now, if you click on support down here, where it says MOB support, if you click there, or if you click here below terms of service to contact support, that will actually open up the email browser on your PC. So if you don't have an email browser configured, it may be a little bit confusing for you. Generally on a PC, that's Outlook. So if you don't use Outlook, if you don't have it configured, and you click this button to contact support, it may be slightly confusing. So again, your best bet is to use the Contact MOB Support from right here under My Account. Okay, the next option down is Email Alerts. Okay, when you come into your email alerts, this will give you the option of receiving email alerts upon these actions. Okay, every time you make a sale, you can receive an email, and you just check off the yes or no radial and save notifications, and that'll save your setting. You can also receive opt-in emails for your opt-ins. You can also receive a daily email summary or a monthly email summary if you'd like to as well. So these email notifications, you can come in here and set those. Now you also have the option from within the email alert to turn that notification off, but your best bet is to use this back here, come into the HasOffers dashboard and configure your email alerts this way, okay? So you have the option there for those. Now, account details is the next item down. And account details, this is really just for your information within this dashboard. Changing information back here is not going to update any contact information with us. So really back here within My Account, the only thing you want to change back here, the only thing that will really affect you is change password. Any of these other changes, your email address, your address, or anything like that, that should be changed globally, and you should contact MOB support in order to change that contact information. So again, within the account details section, really the only thing you should update back here is your HasOffers password. If you need to update any of this other contact information, please contact support, like I said, so we can update it across all of our platforms. The next item down from account details is billing. Now, billing essentially is commissions due to you. So you can come in here and ideally see the commissions that will be paid out to you on the next commission payout, and that will be your account balance. Now again, keep in mind, there may be some discrepancies in this reporting, but it will be 100% accurate once we get to where we'd like to be. So account balance will be the payout due to you. For instance, this would be the payout coming to me in a few days, right there in my account balance. Once that's paid, it would then go down into invoices, and we can see a history of our different payouts here. So it's a pretty neat feature, and that was not previously available this way. So we see payout to date, payout year to date. It's a pretty cool report there in the billing section. Sponsors, we can come into our sponsors here. We can just see who our sponsors are for the different levels and their contact information. So if you ever have any questions about who your sponsor is or how to contact them, you can find that information there. Again, here's a contact support, and that is going to go ahead and open up my Outlook. And then you have the option to log out, which I'm not going to go ahead and do that now. All right, so those are all the options under the My Account section. Now, at any time, we can go ahead and click this dashboard link, and it will bring us right back to where we started. course. So you could always click that dashboard link and bring us right back to the dashboard there that we saw when we logged in. So now finding offers or products to promote within HasOffers, those are all going to be here under the Offers tab. The best way for you to find a particular MOB product in order to promote is going to be using the Browse/Search feature. So go ahead and click that. And when you do, this is going to bring us up a page we can sort through. There's 3 pages here of 10 products each, and we can go ahead and navigate through the various pages of products to promote, or we can go ahead and use the search box here if we know we're looking for My Top Tier Business. Enter MTTB, click enter to search for that, and you'll see that you have 2 different offers here for My Top Tier Business and also the opt-in for My Top Tier Business. So it's important to note that within HasOffers, these are now 2 separate offers. This is all the My Top Tier Business sales pages in this offer here. And in the opt-in offer for MTTB, these are just the email opt-in pages for My Top Tier Business. So we've now separated these out into 2 separate offers. So now while I'm here, I just want to go ahead and show you guys how to go ahead and get your links for these offers. You can click either on the product name or on the product ID here in the first column, and it will bring you to the same page. It will bring you here to the tracking link page. Now when you're here within your tracking link page, when you first click on My Top Tier Business, you have a link here ready to go and ready to use. Now one thing I want to point out is that about a week and a half ago, we sent out a heads up to all of you letting you know we were changing the tracking links for HasOffers. So that is all set. That's been all set now for about a week. And all of the new HasOffers tracking links should have tracking.mobtrack.com at the beginning there. So just make sure if you're using any HasOffers links in your promotions that it has tracking.mobtrack.com at the beginning for it to function properly. Now these won't change again. We just had to get that straightened out, but these are the way they're going to remain from now on, and they won't be changing again. So just wanted to point that out. Make sure if you're using HasOffers links, it is the tracking.mobtrack.com links, okay? Within this page here, you have a couple of options. The My Top Tier Business pages, I can actually choose here which landing page I want to go ahead and send someone to. So I can send them to the My Top Tier Business letter. And you'll notice that it updated my link. The green box popped up, said link updated successfully, and it changed my link here to send my traffic to the My Top Tier Business letter. Now I could, if I would like to, send someone directly to the My Top Tier Business order form. I'd go ahead and click that landing page. You'll notice that it says link successfully updated, and it changed my tracking link. So you have different landing pages you can choose here to send your traffic to. It was a little bit confusing in our old system where we just had, the 6 or 7 different links all listed out. This one here just gives us a drop-down box, and we can select which one we want to go ahead and use, and it changes our link for us. And at any time, you always have the option to go ahead and preview the landing page. And one thing to keep in mind here is that when we're using that feature, when we're using the preview landing page feature, we're not actually clicking on our tracking link. So it's not going to have our information on that page. Maybe if this is a page, an order page, where it has the parent affiliates information, it may not be our information if we're using the preview landing page button here. There may be a cookie on our PC for somebody else's affiliate link, and that might be what we're seeing there when we click on that. So just know that when you click on the preview landing page button, you're not actually clicking on your affiliate link. You're just previewing the landing page. All right, now there's a couple more options back here that I want to cover as well. Under tracking link options, you have the ability to generate a smaller URL. Go ahead and click that, and you'll notice that it shortened the URL for us, so that may be advantageous to you in your marketing. You also have the ability to add SubIDs and a source field, and this is useful for tracking. And there are a few videos on our YouTube playlist that cover these, but you can add an affiliate source field here in this box, and the text to the right of it says, a source allows affiliates to group and filter statistics in reports. So you can use standard alphanumeric characters, and it has to be about 255 characters. Now, ideally, it's usually going to be much less than 255 characters, but you may want to use the affiliate source field. For instance, if we're going to promote my top tier business using someone's solo ad, I may want to use an affiliate source such as Bob Smith Solo, so I can ID the traffic that comes from Bob Smith's solo ad. So put in your affiliate source that you'd like to use. Click the plus button. You'll notice that it will update your link. You'll get the green box that says link successfully updated. And if you notice here, at the end of your link, it went ahead and it added the source, Bob Smith Solo. Now, I'll show you within the reporting how we'll be able to view the information from our affiliate source fields. So, as well as affiliate source, we also have the ability to use SubIDs. And SubIDs are just additional tracking metrics that can be used just like the affiliate source field, but we can use it to get more exact data. So one important thing to note with the SubID fields is that we utilize SubID fields 3, 4, and 5 for data within the reporting. SubID field 5 is used to identify whether a sale is tier 1 or tier 2. SubID 4 is used to identify the email address of the individual, and SubID 3 is used for the person's name. So essentially, you have SubID field 1 and SubID field 2 available to you so you can track your campaigns. So for instance, I'm using Bob Smith's solo ad to promote my top tier business, and in this instance, I might be using Bob Smith's solo ad here in October, and I may also plan to use Bob Smith's solo ad to promote my top tier business in November or December. So for this campaign with Bob Smith, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to use a SubID field 1 of October, and I'm going to go ahead and add that to my affiliate link. Now in November, I'd use November here, and I'll show you in a second what I'll be able to do with this data within the reporting. I want to be able to identify just the traffic that Bob Smith sent to me via his solo ad in October, and by adding an affiliate source and a SubID, I'll be able to accomplish that. So the few things I wanted to point out on this page here, the affiliate source field, the SubIDs, the landing pages that you can choose, the ability to preview your landing pages, but keep in mind that's not the same as clicking on our affiliate link, and also the ability to generate a tiny URL or a smaller URL that might be advantageous for you in your marketing. I know one of the most popular questions we've received since we started discussing the affiliate source fields and the SubIDs has been, can we see a list of affiliate sources and SubIDs that we've created? And the quick answer is no, but there's a workaround. I'll show you how to do that in a second here. But you know, there's no log that will show us we've created affiliate source fields for Bob Smith Solo, or there's no log that's going to show us that we've created a SubID October. But I'll show you again. I'll show you how to find that information here in a second. So here I covered your affiliate links. When you're looking for offers, I told you here to use the browse/search feature, and you can go ahead and sort through the 3 pages of offers here, or you can go ahead and use the search box there to find the particular offer you're looking for. Now, you also have the ability to find offers within My Offers, but this does not house everything. So again, your best bet to find the mode products and services to promote is going to be to use the browse/search feature here. Okay, I just want to be clear on that. You're better using browse/search than you are My Offers. scheduled changes does not really have any effect on us. Any scheduled changes to our products or promotions or anything like that will be communicated via email and the Facebook groups. This here, you can block that out. Third-party pixels. Now, you do have the ability to use third-party pixels with these offers, but currently the only offer that you can use a third-party tracking pixel for is the My Top Tier Business offer, and that's offer number 156. So again, with these third-party pixels, you have to choose the offer by the offer ID, and the offer IDs are here in this first column. So like I said, My Top Tier Business is offer number 156. My Top Tier Business. That's the only offer you can currently use third-party pixels for. Okay, so that's 156. Now, if you were going to go ahead and add a pixel here, you would take your pixel or your iframe code from the third-party provider, copy it just as it is with them, and paste it right into this box here. Click Update Pixel Code, and that will be sent over to us for approval. Now, once your pixel is approved, you'll see it listed over here as approved, okay? And now you can filter by the approved, declined, or in review pixels that you've submitted. So just very important to note that currently we can only use third-party tracking pixels for the My Top Tier Business sales offers, and that's offer ID number 156. And these pixels are placed on the thank you page, and they're going to fire upon the conversion. So you'll be able to identify the sales for My Top Tier Business. Okay. So that was everything within offers. I showed you how to use the browse/search to find the various offers to promote. My offers, which does not house everything there. The scheduled changes, which we won't be using, and then the third-party pixels here as well. Now, within reports, you have the option of a performance report and a conversion report. And performance report is useful for clicks, and conversion reports might be more useful for sales. Now, once you navigate back here into the reporting, going across the top, you'll have the ability to select your date range for the report. You can use the presets down here along the side. You can select your dates on the calendars here, or you can go ahead and enter them in the boxes there. So once you select your, I'm just going to go ahead and select this month. Once you select your date range, be sure to go ahead and click Apply. Moving over to the report options. Now, back here in the report options, this lets you select which data is viewable on your report. Now, like I said, SubID fields 3, 4, and 5 we're using for information, such as contact information and Tier 2 data. But SubID field 1 and 2 is available for you to use. And affiliate source. So when you make changes to your report options here, you always want to make sure you click Apply, or the changes won't take effect within your reporting. And I did go ahead and add in the SubID fields here and the affiliate source field. Now I just want to move over, before I get down into the data, report filters gives you the ability to filter out certain data or only view certain data within the reports. And I'll get more into that on the conversion report. And then you also have the ability to save this particular report for future reference. And at any time, you can export out your report to a CSV. This right below the MOB B, there's a down arrow with a circle around it, and that would give you the ability to export that out to a CSV. So actually, I want to click off the unique clicks and gross clicks here, and that's what I want to point out. There is a video, one of the newest videos in the HasOffers tutorial playlist, talks about the difference between gross clicks and unique clicks. And there we go. Okay, so gross clicks versus unique clicks. And this is a good example here for My Top Tier Business. Looking at this top line here, you can see that the number of clicks matches the number of gross clicks. and that's the total number of clicks on our affiliate link. You'll also notice to the right of gross clicks is unique clicks, and unique clicks identify the unique number of times that somebody has clicked on our tracking link. So in other words, if you send me an email with your My Top Tier Business tracking link in there and I click on that link 5 times, it will measure 5 clicks or 5 gross clicks. But it would only measure 1 unique click. I'm only one unique individual. So I can click on your link 5, 10, 15, 20 times, does not matter. It would only measure me as a unique click once. So that's definitely worth noting, because in our old system, Pat measured unique clicks as someone who hadn't seen MOB before. This definition here is much more in line with the industry definition of unique clicks, and I just wanted to be sure to point that out. Now, let's see if I had... All right, I'm going to go ahead and click off the SubID fields here. I don't think we had any data in here, though. Yeah, so we don't have any data in here now, but when you guys saw me configure my top tier business link and I used the Bob Smith solo ad example, and then I used the October for SubID 1, if I were to use that link in my promotions and I had clicks on that link, it would populate here. The offer would say my top tier business. Source would say Bob Smith solo ad, just as I had typed it in. And my SubID would say October. So I'd be able to get all the campaign information from that particular link that I sent to Bob Smith, and I'd be able to view that because I had input a source field and a SubID. It's a little tough to picture, only because I didn't actually use that link in a campaign, so I don't have clicks to it. But if I did have clicks on that link, it would populate here, and I'd be able to see Bob Smith solo ad as the source, and I'd see October as the SubID. Like I said, in November, if I were going to use Bob Smith solo ad again, I'd use SubID 1 November, and I'd have a different listing here. It would list out Bob Smith solo ad in the source field, but I'd be able to just see my November statistics from Bob Smith solo ad. I'm going to navigate over to the conversion report now, because I want to show you guys the affiliate source and SubID fields here. When you come into your conversion report, it's the same thing as the performance report with the dates, presets along the side, select your custom dates there. Now, report options, when you use your conversion report, you should really get in the habit of selecting the SubID fields, just like you did in PAP with the extra data fields. Select off all the SubID fields, 2, 3, 4, and 5. SubID 1 will be selected by default. Also select source and note. So when you open this up, make a habit, include SubID 2, 3, 4, 5, source, and note, and you can get rid of status, transaction ID, and conversion IP, and click Apply. And the reason this is helpful, like I said, we use SubID 3 for the buyer name, SubID 4 for the buyer email, and SubID 5 to denote whether or not it's a Tier 1 or Tier 2 sale. So by default, you won't see this information, which is very useful. You also won't see the note field. Within the note field, you have the buyer's phone number and the current step they're on. This is currently accurate for my top tier business. It's not accurate for TTI, okay? So that's only going to be listed on MTTB. It will indicate the current step that the buyer is on. Okay, and again, if we used an affiliate source, that would be indicated here in the source field. And if we used a SubID 1 or a SubID 2, that would be indicated in those fields here. So like I said, make a habit when you come in of checking off the extra SubID fields and also the source and the note field, because the data that it provides is pretty useful. Okay, and you always do have the option of exporting that out. Now, one thing here with this email address, you can see it's cut off. So what you can do in this case is you can remove some of these other fields so that's viewable. For instance, SubID 1 and 2, we don't have any data in there, so we're not really utilizing that now. We can just unselect those, click apply, and we'll have more room there for our email address. And it's important to note that if this offer is an opt-in offer, you're only going to see an email address. Obviously, they opt in with their email. That's the only information they provide, so that's the only information we have. Okay, and I know some people had some issues with finding the apply button. Down here you always have to click, like I mentioned with the dates, you always have to click apply for your selections to take effect. And I don't know if it was maybe some large screen sizes or whatnot, but I mean, maybe if I enlarge my view so much that when I hover over report options, I may not be able to see apply. I know some people had some issues with that. So if you do, in that rare case, just hold your control button and hit your minus button, and that'll go ahead and shrink your screen size down. So if you ever have any trouble finding that apply button, you can go ahead and find it there, okay? Now, this report here, I'm looking at all my data for October, and these are all of my conversions. Now, if I want to filter this information out, and I only want to see the My Top Tier Business conversions, I'd use a report filter. And the information that I would filter would be offer. So I'd put a filter on the offer, and the only offer that I want to see is My Top Tier Business. Again, I have to make sure I click apply. And click add to add the filter, and then click apply. Sorry. And that will then filter out only the My Top Tier Business data. So again, useful if you're just trying to find specifics on one particular product or one particular promotion. You can use these report filters here. Now, to take it one step further, if I did use that Bob Smith solo ad example, and I only wanted to view the information for Bob Smith's solo ad, I could put another filter on the source, and I could only view whatever I entered there. So I'd hover over filters, come over filters, add one for the source, and I'd type Bob Smith solo ad. Oops, click add and apply, and that would take effect. Now, because that didn't have any clicks, there's no results because I didn't have any conversions on that tracking link. But that's how you would add a filter to view the specific information. Just be sure when you're using the filters, once you set up the particular filter you're looking for, click add and then click apply in order to the filter to take effect. And again, if you want to go ahead and save your report for future reference, you can go ahead and enter your report name and click save there. Okay, your saved reports you'd have the ability to access here. You have a couple by default, a 7-day performance report and today's conversion report. And then down here you'd see your custom reports listed out that you've saved. Now, one of the newest features back here is legacy Optins. And legacy Optins give you the ability to view all of your opt-ins, not only MTTB opt-ins, but anybody that's opted in to your landing pages with their email address, you'll be able to see back here within legacy opt-ins. Now, this is brand new. I literally just found out about this about 5 minutes before the call, and we're going to have some more features and functionality back here. But as for right now, it's just listed out. You can sort through. You can go through the pages here. You can also sort by offer or email. For now, we're going to have some, like I said, we're going to have some more functionality back here for you. But this is all of your opt-ins that have opted into your landing pages. Now back here within legacy opt-ins. Your downline gives you everybody that's obviously in your downline, and you can click the plus or minus button next to their name and view their downline. So some of these won't have affiliates. I know Adeline does. If I click her, it would go ahead and expand down and list out all of Adeline's affiliates. Okay? All of her downline. So That's back here in Downline. If you guys have any questions about that, definitely let us know. You can click the Show More button there. It is a little cumbersome if you have a huge downline to try and sort through, but for the time being, that's the way it's configured. Downline sales. You can come back here into your downline sales and again view them that way, and you can click the Show More and it will go ahead and load them. Unfortunately, again, there's no better way to do that for now. Within the tools section down here, there's really, the tools section really isn't functional for the way we use HasOffers. The ad groups, pixels, and postbacks, that nothing in here will change if you use any of these. So your best bet is really not even to use those. I showed you guys where to use pixels. This won't change anything if you use these here, and you guys should really just block that section out because it doesn't really provide anything to you. The API section, there's such a small percentage of our partners that would utilize the API section. I'd just ask you to contact us on a case-by-case basis if you're going to go ahead and do that, so we can point you in the right direction and make sure we get you sorted out. Like I said down here, contacting MOB support, this would go ahead and open up your email client, so your best bet is to use the contact MOB support link here under my account. And again, same thing here with this contact support button down the bottom. So let me just check and see anything else important that I had in my notes here. Yeah, so moving forward, we would really encourage you guys to use the HasOffers links. And this is for a couple of reasons. Number one, the click count on the reporting within PAP, and it's just the reporting, the click count within the reporting of PAP is not entirely accurate. And we found that the click counts with HasOffers are accurate. So like I pointed out, the difference between gross clicks and unique clicks and things like that, that reporting is accurate within HasOffers. The reporting for the clicks within PAP sometimes is a little bit off. So your clicks are more accurate within HasOffers. The reporting, the click count reporting, is more accurate within HasOffers. The clicks are always tracked accurately. That's not a problem. It's just the click count within the reporting. And then also with the HasOffers links, there are less redirects. So you stand less of a chance of losing that traffic just with the simple fact that there's less redirects with the link. So you're better off using the HasOffers links. They're fully functional. They're not going to change. We had a change about a week ago, and that was the only change that we were going to make to them. So moving forward, you're better off using the HasOffers links. Your reporting is going to be accurate, like we said, within PAP, and that's what's going to be used for commissions. But the HasOffers links are good to go, and they're actually a better way to go moving forward. So I know I covered a lot. I haven't opened the questions box. I wanted to hold off until the end of the call. First, I want to ask Min if there were anything you thought I missed out, Min, or anything in particular that I should go back and touch on or provide more clarity? Yeah, the simultaneous tracking on PAP and HasOffers, regardless of the links used. So if you are using the HasOffers links, the tracking is still going to be accurate on PAP simultaneously. Like I said at the beginning of the call, we're tracking on both platforms at the same time, and the PAP reporting is always going to be accurate. If you have anything else you think I missed, Min, let me know. Let me check out the questions box, guys. So, hold on here. So Joy asks, what exactly is a pixel? Joy, a pixel is something that's placed on the conversion page of in this instance, my top tier business offer, so the conversion can be identified. So the pixel will only be fired or released when somebody views the thank you page. So we know when somebody views the thank you page, they were a conversion, and the pixel would fire and it would identify that person as a buyer. Lisa, glad you thought it was helpful. Andreas, I have no note data field to select available. Andreas, make sure you're looking at the correct report, whether it's performance report or conversion report. Yep, and I see you got that sorted. Lisa, this is great. Good job. Two questions. Sarah, are the old links going to become inactive? Not at this time. Nope. What would the API be used for? Sarah, the API would be used if you had your own custom solution on your end. You could integrate the data from HasOffers with what you had. Will the done for you emails have those links set up? Lisa, ideally, yes. Lisa is asking if the done for you emails will have these links set up. Currently, they're not. We would like to have that in the future. Let's see. Are you still muted, Min? Let's see. Let's see if I can hand you a presenter. Min? Still muted? You there now, Min? I don't know why I can't unmute you, but you're the presenter now. Hopefully you can unmute yourself. Let me see here. So Donald is the legacy list generated live. Carlos, yes, we are recording it. We'll send out the replay. Hold on one second. Try it now, Min. All right, Min's going to jump out and join back in. So let me try and address some of these questions while I know he had some things he wanted to add too. So let me just scroll back up. Jonathan, absolutely. John, that's a great question. Can I track the performance of a particular solo ad if I just use a sub-ID but not the affiliate source? Absolutely, Jonathan. The sub-ID and the affiliate source, essentially they're the same thing, just named differently. You can use one, you can use two, you can use three of those fields. It's totally up to you. You can use sub-ID 1 instead of affiliate source if you'd like. You can use any of them independently. Virgil asks, so all of our old links will still track properly and we won't need to go through our marketing that is already out there to change them. That's correct, Virgil. That's correct. Again, if you're using the HasOffers links, make sure the beginning of them is correct, like I mentioned. Colleen, coach is fully trained to assist us if needed. Should be, Colleen, yes. If you have any questions, if there's anything they can't help you with, definitely let us know and we'll try and get you sorted. Donald, no, there isn't. Donald asks, after the link has been created, is there an inventory of links? Like I mentioned, there is not. We don't keep a list of every affiliate source or sub-ID that you've used. But if you've had clicks on that link, you'll see it within your performance report. You'll see your sub-IDs that you've used. Bryce asked, will this replace PAP eventually? Yes, Bryce, but that will not be until the reporting is 100% accurate. Min, are you still muted? Frank. Oh, I can hear you now. Yep. So I got a couple more questions here. Let me see if I can just get through a couple, and then we'll go ahead if you want to go ahead and add something here. How do we test our link to be sure it works before we give the link to a solo ad provider? Frank, you should do that with every link. Once you have your link ready to go, before you send it over to your solo ad provider, go ahead and click on it. Make sure it functions properly. You always want to do that with every link. Bill asks, is there a way to see a monthly summary of commissions earned like there was in PAP? You can generate the report, Bill, but currently there isn't a total. It won't tabulate a total for you. Min, is that still correct?
Yeah, that's correct.
Okay, so it won't total up all of your commissions down at the bottom into a particular row. You'd have to export it out to get the total.
Or just, reference the monthly summaries, the emails that will have all the information consolidated in it as well.
Yeah, good point there too. Right, you could use your monthly email summaries there. Donald, oh yeah, Min, this was a good question. Donald Crawford asked, is the legacy list generated live?
No, it's legacy because it's been imported from PAP. So any opt-in that's been generated since we went live with HasOffers will appear in HasOffers. On both HasOffers and PAP, but the list that we pulled over, it's only for data that was generated before that.
Gotcha. So that legacy list that they see now will not change. Is that accurate?
Yeah, that's accurate.
Okay, so that list will always be just as it is now. Carlos, yep, we are recording this. Jasper, how do I find my opt-ins? Jasper, all right, I'm gonna just go back through here real quick, and I'm gonna show you guys so your opt-ins, Jasper, you're gonna want to view the MTTB opt-in report or use the legacy opt-ins like Min and I were just discussing. If it's an old opt-in, you're gonna want to view it within the legacy opt-ins. Okay, if you're going to want to view your opt-ins for current promotions, you're going to want to come into conversion report, and you're going to want to filter out offers. And I don't know if this account uses the opt-in for MTTB, but you just filter to just view the opt-in MTTB offers. Add that filter and click apply. Okay, good. So there is some here. So now you'll see this information. You'll see this information here. And like I said, you want to be sure to include your SubID fields. And SubID, I'll show you here. With opt-ins, I pointed out that only the SubID 4 field will be populated with an email address because that's the only information collected with an opt-in. So you won't have a name, you won't have tier data or anything like that. It's just going to be the email. So that's how you view your current opt-ins. Back to the questions. I just made an MTTB sale but did not receive an email notification, although I've activated it. Donovan, if you're making sales and not receiving a notification and you have the notification selected, definitely let us know. We'll try and get you sorted. Do we have to pay any fees to use HasOffers? Absolutely not, Sarah. There are 2 links missing for TTI, the order page and sales letter. 2 links missing for TTI, the order page. They may be named different, Donald. Let me take a quick look. We'll go back into the browse/search because that's the best way to find an offer. And even though I see it there, I'll search. And TTI, we come in here, and we'll see the TTI letter, the long letter, and the order page. So what was it that you were looking for, Donald? The order page and the sales letter. So those are in there, Donald. Those are, the order page is right there, and the letter is here. So you just select which one you wanted to use. If I want to send the order page, I'd click the order page there. It updated my link, and I'd be good to go. Leon, if you use the has links, will the old link work too? Both sets of links are fully functional now, Leon, but like I mentioned, you're better off using the has offers links because there's less redirects and the click count within the reporting is more accurate. Where am I? Colleen, the done for you emails are located within the MOB office under the My Products tab. Let me see, Lisa, it's got a long question here. You mentioned source and SubID. I watched the YouTube video. But it sounds like you're using them to mean... Yes, Lisa, they do mean the same thing. Affiliate source and SubID, they're just named differently, but essentially it's an additional tracking metric that you can use in order to track your campaign results. Paying. When will we start using has offers for paying? That's only going to be once we know it's 100% accurate. Will the links that are in MOB office and partners and start promoting not work? Those links are still fully functional, 100% fully functional at this time. Third-party pixel, I addressed that just a few minutes ago. Sissy, the API just gives you the ability to integrate the has offers reporting into a custom solution that you're using. Really, if you're not using any custom programs on your end, the API is it's really only probably about 2% of our partners would utilize the API if within their own custom programming. It's coming from Andreas, that's a good question there. Andreas asks, how does he identify or recognize leads coming from the We Sell Good Traffic service? So that's going to be in the, come over to conversion report options. You're going to want to select off the merchant. Where is it, Min?
It's under the source view actually. Sorry, the note view.
The note field?
Yeah. So if there's a if it came from a WSGT traffic, then it would be prepended at the front, in front of the buyer's phone number. Buyer's phone number,
okay. In PAP, it was, what is it called? Merchant note?
Yeah.
Yeah, merchant note. In here, in has offers, it's going to be in the note field before the buyer's phone number. It's a good question, though, Andreas.
Yeah, within the next 2 days, we would essentially have email notifications going out, which have a slightly different subject line, which would basically notify you guys if a sale came in from WSGT. So it would be very clear. Yeah.
Perfect. Let me see. Pages that were Donald's talking about lag times, the links hanging up. If it's excessive, Donald, let us know and we can take a look. Like I said, there's less redirects with has offers, so you should actually should have some quicker load times. You should lose actually less traffic with the HO links. Are the offers or pages that were available in PAP available here? Just have to dig a little more to find. Correct, Sarah? Yeah, Sarah. They all the offers and landing pages. Most of them will be available. Just use the drop-down box for the landing page like I pointed out. How long does the system store data? Donald, the system will retain all the data. What's the purpose of add creative and add custom parameter fields? Those fields within the tracking link section are not being utilized yet, but those creatives ideally would be where we may house our banner ads and other promo tools in the future. Legacy list available by CSV. Donald asks, is the legacy list available to be downloaded via CSV? Not yet, but that ability should be coming. Correct, Min?
Yeah, that's correct.
Okay, good. And how the legacy list and downline record sorted? I know the downline record is sorted alphabetically, Brian, and the legacy list, is that the same way, Min?
It's actually sortable by them. So,
oh yeah, okay.
Yeah.
You can sort it anyway, like
yeah, so just click on the headers at the top and you can define how you want to sort them by.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Jim, the purpose of a sub-ID, that's an additional tracking metric. I covered that a little bit earlier. It just helps you track your campaigns in a little bit more detail. Does the system track all activity? Click one. People might want to keep their own spreadsheets of their links. Yeah, Brian, that's a great point too. Brian pointed out that people may want to keep spreadsheets of their own links that you're using. So if you are using certain affiliate sources or SubIDs, it may be helpful to you to go ahead and keep your own list. I saw a lot of duplicate emails in the legacy opt-in. Is that normal? Patrick is asking, man, he said he saw a lot of duplicate emails in the legacy opt-in. Is that normal?
Okay, that could have been caused by his opt-in, which opted in multiple times. But
Okay.
Because this just went live, so we would be sorting out anything that we see, not be functioning at 100% over the next couple of hours.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah, I didn't even notice that, Patrick. So yeah, if you notice that on your end, like Min said, maybe they opted in multiple times, or we'll try and get that sorted. So like we said, literally that just went live this morning. So just wanted to touch on it today. Let's see. Andreas is asking about the conversion report field, country. It says international, generic. What has to be done to see the country, especially traffic from solo ad vendors? Do we have that functionality, Min?
That's actually a native HasOffers functionality. So we essentially just don't have control over it. It will either show, I don't know what else it can show, but it usually shows international generic. So if you want to track, where your solo ad clicks are coming from, you essentially need to use a separate tracker to track that.
Okay. All right. So Andreas, that field won't populate. That would usually just say international / generic. Jonathan asks, what are impressions? Jonathan, when somebody views your page, that's an impression. When it's shown in front of somebody, they don't have to click on it or anything like that. It's an impression is when it's viewed. Can an opt-in listing be a direct menu status? Can an opt-in?
Matt, just wanted to add on that impression pixel thing. It will always show as 0 unless you have an impression pixel placed. So it's just like a tracking pixel. In order to track that impression, there has to be something that fires off, to notify HasOffers that, hey, someone viewed my page. So if you didn't place the impression pixel, then your impression count is going to be always defaulting to 0. So the impression pixel is actually available, within the tracking link dashboard.
Oh, gotcha.
The one under browse or search. So.
Okay. Yeah. I thought he was asking in general, but I see now. All right.
Right.
Okay. Be a direct menu status. Donald, I don't know. Donald's asked, can an opt-in listing be a direct menu status? I don't understand what you mean there, Donald. Can an opt-in listing be a direct menu status? I don't understand that, Donald. I'm sorry. Jim asks, what is the correct URL login for HasOffers? Affiliates.mob.com. That bring them there, Min? Yep. There you go, Donald. Affiliates.mob.com. It's not simply listed on HasOffers page. Donald is asking, can a PDF be created on every option showing step-by-step operation? Donald, yeah, we may be able to work towards getting the videos into PDF form if that might be easier for some people there. For a good solo guide. Yeah, the how-to guide, Donald. Yep. I can demonstrate. Colleen, yep, I will, Colleen, in just a second here how to see different sub-IDs and affiliate fields that you've used. I'll show you that. I'll touch on that before we wrap up. What do you mean by... Donald asks, can my upline see my HasOffers leads? Your upline should not have access to the contact information for your leads. Is there a way that you can tell if someone... Lisa, currently not within HasOffers. Lisa is asking, is there a way that we can tell if someone that is registered for a Freedom event actually showed up? Unfortunately, Lisa, not within the reporting. Virgil asked about the banners. Are they still in our Mob back office, or are they in HO somewhere? They're still in the Mob back office at this point, Virgil. Be programmed to generate a direct opt-in list. Donald is asking if the system can be programmed to generate a direct opt-in list. You can download your opt-ins, Donald, into a CSV if that's what you're looking to accomplish. Teresa is asking, how do you know how far the phone team has gone in contacting your leads and follow-up? Teresa, that's going to be in the note field. It's only functional currently on My Top Tier Business, but it indicates the current step that the lead is on. Let me see. Brian is asking, is there a way to sort the downline by date added? I don't believe there is yet. Let me see.
Not yet. Yeah,
no. All right. Yeah, that'll be in soon. Donald. Those don't seem to have country codes. Donald, the phone numbers don't seem to have country codes or country of origin.
Let
me see.
That data literally depends on what the buyer keys in. So if they didn't include that, then we wouldn't be able to include that either.
Gotcha. So that just whatever they input in the text box there is what comes through.
Right.
CTR click-through rate. Is the impression pixel available for banners or email ads? Impression pixel available. Okay. Donald is asking if the impression pixel is available for banners or email ads. No, Donald, the impression pixel right now is only for the My Top Tier Business offer number 156, and that's placed on the thank you page to identify conversions. Darren asks, can we send users through a HasOffers affiliate link so they land directly on a checkout page? Example, straight from click to the TTI and or MLR product order page. Yes, Darren, that you'd use the landing page to select the particular page you want the traffic to land on. So for instance, back here within, I'll just use TTI as an example here, landing page, I'd select the order page and I'd go ahead and use this link here, and that would send my traffic directly to, just copy it, send my traffic directly to the, oops, TTI order page you'll see there. All right. Let me see. Andreas, what about the affiliate links still given in moboffice.com? Can also be used or better not anymore? Yes, Andreas, they're still fully functional, but like I said, there are advantages to the HasOffers links, so you're better off using the HasOffers links for now. But both sets of links are fully functional at this time. Maybe use save reports. Yeah, Brian, the saved reports should be functioning for you. If they're not, definitely let us know. Teresa, you're welcome. Can events be listed by date and time for reference? Donald, can events be listed by date and time for reference? There, I'm assuming you mean the live events, home business summits, and I Am Freedom workshops. Currently, there are no schedules for those events listed within HasOffers. For the schedules and venue information, you're going to want to check those particular websites. So as of right now, we don't have that information within the system. Chrissy or Sissy asks, will HO tell us who the coach is? No, it will not at this time, Sissy. Can Bill, absolutely not, Bill. I don't care what anyone says. There is no quarterback better than Tom Brady. Donald asks, how about email open or page displayed? How about email open or page displayed? Donald, if you're asking for that information, it's not currently available. We can't tell you if they opened your email or not. That would have to come from your autoresponder service. Okay, Andreas is saying the Matt Lloyd live webinars offers via mobeoffice.com, but they're not found in HasOffers. Are all of the current Mobe products within HasOffers, Min, or are we still missing a few?
Yeah, that was recently added by Matt, so we'll be getting that moved over into HasOffers as well.
Gotcha. Okay.
So,
Yep.
yeah.
It will be there, Andreas. Darren, you're welcome. Zaniel asks, since the system is tracking the potential prospect from the opt-in, so to say, I don't require an autoresponder. Since the system is tracking the potential prospect. Zaniel, you do. Zaniel's asking, since we have the ability to use the Mobe opt-in pages, he's saying that he doesn't need an autoresponder. That's not true, Zaniel. I would highly encourage you to retain your autoresponder. You always want to build your own list, and definitely keep your autoresponder. Don't send all your traffic to the Mobe opt-in pages and rely on that. Build your own list first. But that's not really what this call is about. Lisa asks, my links don't always work once shortened. Is there a way to fix this? Lisa, do you mean using the particular link shortener within HasOffers, or are you using something else? If it's the particular link shortener within HasOffers, please let us know. We want to get that sorted for you ASAP. Let's see, is the performance report if I don't see any data on the SubID 4? In the performance report, if I do not see any data under SubID 4, does it mean that there is no opt-in? In the performance report, if you don't see any data under SubID 4, does it mean there is no opt-in?
Okay, to keep things simple, under performance report, just enable source SubID 1 and SubID 2. SubID 3, 4, and 5 should only be enabled within the conversion report, because within conversion report is where you see, you break down into the different offers to see what your specific conversions are. So look at the performance report as more as like a bird's eye view of everything that's happening across the board. That may be clearer in terms of using the platform.
Okay, so for particular information, you'd want to use the conversion report and enable SubID 3, 4 fields to get the contact information. Really, within the performance report, you're not really going to want to use the performance report to view the particular email addresses or contact information for the individual.
Yep.
That would be under conversion report. Donald is asking, is the system track the origin of the click? And no, Donald, not the origin, like location country-wise. Is it possible to see the autoresponder messages for my top tier business in HasOffers? Not at this time, Jonathan. We don't have any of the promotional materials integrated with HasOffers yet. That's all still located within Mobe Office. And Joy is asking, when a customer upgrades to MLR, how long does it take to show on your HasOffers report? Well, that would show as an MLR sale. It should show. Min, is it updated nightly, HasOffers?
For the upgrades like MLR and above, usually it's only when after the customer has signed the agreement.
Okay.
And then the commission will be set to approved and it will appear in the back office.
Okay.
Yeah.
And how can one determine what emails MTTP customers are getting directly after sign up when they're working with their coach? Joy's asking about the emails that are sent from the Mobe opt-ins. Do we have a list of those anywhere? That's it's not currently in HasOffers, Joy. There's no sequence you can view, that the customer will receive once they opt in. I don't even know. Is that listed anywhere, Min?
Which sequence is this? Is
follow up
sequence?
Yeah, follow up that comes directly from us when someone opts in.
I mean, to view that, they can just opt in using a test email.
Hey, there you go.
Basically receive it.
Yeah, there you go. Donald, the previous URL. No, I see what you mean, Donald. If the traffic is, it does not record the previous URL prior to clicking on the link. So I know, you guys have any other questions now? Anything else that you want me to try and address? I know we tried to work through all the questions in the chat box, and they're not necessarily all particularly HasOffers questions, but anything else you guys want us to try and address here while we're on the call? Or Min, if there's anything else I left out that you think we should touch on?
I just wanted to show a few stuff which you mentioned just now that may provide some clarity. Maybe you let me.
Yeah,
my screen? Yeah.
I'll pass it over now. See the number of opt-ins. I can see the number of unique clicks. Where can I see the number of opt-ins? Okay.
Yeah, let me know when you can see my screen.
Yep, I can see it okay.
Yeah, so just now you were trying to create, like Bob Smith solo ad and then October and November.
Perfect.
So basically, yeah, I did that with this other one here. So
awesome.
This is basically what it would show if you had done that and loaded clicks into the link.
Yeah, that's perfect.
That's under the performance report.
Perfect. Okay, and yeah, that shows you, that separates out the clicks from John Doe's solo ad in October and in November. So we can analyze that data separately and be able to separate that out. So yeah, that's great. It's much clearer when you actually have some clicks there on the links, and you can see that sorted out there with the different sub-IDs. And I know a couple of you had asked, do you need to use the affiliate source field in order to use the sub-IDs? Absolutely not. You could have chosen to use solo ad John Doe as your sub-ID 1 and used October as sub-ID 2. It's totally up to you. You can customize it any way that makes sense for you, or any way that makes it easy as possible for you. Yeah, I'm glad you pointed that out, Min, because it's much clearer, I think, when you can actually see the clicks there.
Yeah.
And I think we had a couple other questions pop in, so let me check them out.
Okay.
Can I see the number of opt-ins? The number of opt-ins. I showed you how to generate that opt-in report, and there's also a link on the YouTube channel there with a particular video on how to view your opt-ins. When will the next venue announce for Tampa? That's okay, Lisa. We should have that information released to you this week. Lisa's looking for Tampa information for the next Home Business Summit. So, Joy, we don't. Keep an eye on the I Am Freedom Workshop site for that info. Tony Albert asks if the new links are safe to promote on Facebook. Tony, I would always use a landing page in between your promotions. I wouldn't direct link using these links here. You're always better off using a landing page in between. Does TTI call the client once they spend $49? No, TTI, Donald, TTI does not have the phone coaches. That's your responsibility when you're using a TTI funnel. We send leads directly to the MTTP opt-in page. They go through Matt's funnel and follow-up sequence, right? Saul is asking if we send leads directly to the MTTP opt-ins page, they go through Matt's funnel and follow-up sequence, right? Yes, Saul, that is correct. I mean, we get the commissions from the sales done to those leads, but actually you do receive commissions on those leads, Saul. That's correct. Auto call. The auto call, I'm not sure, Donald, with the TTI funnel. Most of the follow-up has to be done by you or someone on your team with TTI. But send me over an email after we wrap up, and I'll find out. Hey, Michelle. So again, if you guys have any other questions, pop them in the box now. If there's anything else I missed or anything else you guys are wondering about. The opt-in info for TTI? Yeah, that would be, you'd use the same way you'd get the info for MTTB. All your opt-in information you can view. You can get that info. If we are not using our own autoresponder when someone opts in, all the message rates sent out on our behalf. No, Jonathan. When you if you're using the opt-in, you can opt in, like Min said. You can opt in with an email address, and you can view all of the emails. You know, as you receive them, you'll know what somebody else is receiving as well. Brian, you're welcome. I'm glad you found it helpful. Jim Britt asks, I tried the URL affiliates.mob.com and affiliates.mob.com, and you're getting a blank page. Let me check it out. Tony is asking about, I'm not sure, Tony, about the HBS in Malaysia. Keep an eye on the Facebook groups for more info on that. Lisa, you're welcome, Lisa. Glad you enjoyed it. Donald is asking, how is the student list created? I'm not sure what list you're referring to, Donald. The student list?
I think that's within TTI. It's a new dashboard that they have.
Oh, I got you. Okay, within TTI. How's it created? I'm not sure, Donald. We'll have to get together after the call. We can talk more about TTI. But the person who was having trouble with affiliates.mob.com, that URL is functioning fine for me. So maybe try a different browser on your end. You're welcome, Jay. Yeah. So guys, we did record this here, and we are going to make the replay available to you guys. I'll get that posted into the Facebook group, sent out via email, and also posted to the YouTube channel as well. And Lorraine is asking, there is nothing in my source field. No, Lorraine, there won't be anything in the source field unless you populate it yourself. You would have to go ahead and use that information. You're welcome, Bill. Bill and Michelle. Michelle's probably there with you too. Go Pats. Please create an FAQ from this call. Donald, yeah, Donald, absolutely. We want to put this into the playlist and really try and break this out as much as possible and reference this webinar in the future. You're welcome, Penny. Min, did you have anything else you wanted to add before we wrapped up?
Not really. I just wanted to highlight like this part here where you said that it's just a placeholder where there's no value. So some people were wondering then how would they see what they're getting paid for each offer. So basically they can just head over to the compensation document. Here's the most updated commissions they're entitled to for each product. So yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. That's a great point, Min. mob.com/compensation is where you can download that report too. So everybody should be aware of that, and never save that report. All right, guys, I've made that problem before. Don't save that PDF. Always go back to it and get a fresh copy when you want to consult the compensation report, because it does change. Okay, we constantly update it with the new offers, and things are updated. So always download a fresh copy of that report if you're going to reference that. It's very important. It's a good point, Min, to point that out. Universal stats, not at this time, Donald. Sissy, you're welcome. All right, guys, if you guys have any further questions, definitely let us know. If there are any issues with your reporting, any bugs, anything you notice, definitely reach out to us and let us know. Like I said, this is far from perfect, but we're working every day to correct things that we're aware of. Okay, we realize there are some discrepancies with the reporting, but just like I said at the beginning of the call, don't really stress about the differences between PAP and HasOffers at this point. PAP is 100% functional and accurate, and that's what we're using for official reporting and commission purposes. If you notice discrepancies, let us know so we can work on them. Once this platform is fully 100% accurate and fully functional, we'll switch over, but it's not going to happen until then. So there's no need to worry, no need to stress. we'll get there, and we could use your help. So if you notice discrepancies or problems, let us know. We'll work to get them corrected. If there's something you guys are having trouble with, finding a report, or finding certain information, or wondering about certain things, reach out to us and let us know. We'll try and help you out. So again, within HasOffers, you want to navigate under My Account and contact Mob support to access our help desk that way. And if you have any particular questions, you can always reach me at affiliates@mob.com. Also, post your questions into the Facebook groups, and you can get some help from the community and get some feedback that way as well. All right, guys? So definitely appreciate you taking some time on the call with us today. Hope you guys found this helpful. Hopefully it helped you guys overcome some hurdles you had with the platform and make it a little bit easier to navigate for you. So appreciate you guys taking a few minutes out of your Monday to hang out with us and go over HasOffers, and we will catch up with you guys all soon. Thanks, everyone. Take care.